Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Right, I'm not gonna be shouting because I've got a sore throat, so I think I'm coming down with a cold. Please like and share this video as a comment. Um, I've still got another 3 minutes or so before we start today's live. So welcome to each and every one of you. Please like this video as a comment. Like this video as a comment. Subscribe if you're yet to do so. So just a quick intro. Hi Niamke, how are you? It's been a while I've seen you. We missed you. I've been wanting to come live, but obviously, if there's no update in regards to the girls, I just don't want to come here and start talking. There have to be an update. However, I actually have a thing or two to say, but I don't know if I should actually respond. LOG Simon, how are you? As you all know, I don't know if you guys received the notification from Mr. Cameraman. He was on a live show this morning and he had my image. So the last live I did, he had it on his show. And I just went there to say, you know what? Yeah, I see you have my picture on your show, but I'm just waiting for you to cross the line. We are in the UK together. So I don't know. I don't think I want to come on live and address him, but I'll just keep back and keep watching he plans to do or what he wants to keep doing with my image and stuff. Anyway, that's not the reason why we are here. Please like and share this video, okay? So apparently he's been calling out Just Adito, and Just Adito has not replied him in any way. So I've already gone in there, I've dropped my 2 cents, and I don't think I want to use my platform to address somebody whose brain is not working. So that's all I'm going to say in regards to that. Anyway, you guys, you all know why we are here. You all know why we are here. So I'm just going to do a quick introduction for those of you who are just joining me, those who have never seen me before, or those who have never been on my page before. My name is Gwamishu, and I'm also known as Thatmumof5. So I share practically everything on my channel. Nursing, lifestyle, living in Glasgow. I share everything, practically everything on my channel. If there's any topic or any discussion you want me to discuss on my channel, feel free to send me a DM. My email is in the description box there. So yeah, with that being said, let's go on to today's topic. And like I said from the title there, an expose. Nigerian police cell sack buying. So I don't want to say because I don't want YouTube to put a tag or something on this video. So we all know, if you watch that video from Brekete family, let me know the video where an elderly woman was explaining how the police spied her son in prison and they lied to her. If you watch that video, let me know in the comment section. And this was the reason why I decided to schedule this live. Okay. I don't know if I can play that video because I don't want YouTube to strike this video. So let's play a few seconds. So this is a video of the mother. Let me start from the beginning, okay? I don't know if you guys saw that video.
I mean, after me say, Eras, they sleep. I said, wake up. He said, he tired. I said, what you walking do?
No, I mean, I didn't tell you that rubbish.
Yes, he said, he tired. I said, what you walking do? Wait, tired.
Her children, she go bury her children by the grace of God.
I said, what they go like this? I said, what they go like this? What man is say, I thought like this. I thought the boy. I said, wisdom. What Erasmus for me? I bring food for now. The boy where he keep person that the boy voice is a man. The accident night is die.
So as you guys just heard, I watched that video yesterday. It was about 8 minutes long yesterday, and when I watched it, it broke my heart. Like, I was lying in bed and I cried. I cried so much that no parent deserve what that woman was going through. Apparently her son was arrested and was in jail, was in police station. So she went as normal to go give her son food, as in she brought food for her son and other cellmates. And while she was there, obviously she didn't see her son, and she asked the people in the cell to get my son. I think his name is Erasmus or something. So obviously they were like, oh, he was sleeping. Hi, Sheriff Olivia, how are you? He was sleeping. And she was like, what kind of job did he do that he was sleeping? That you need to know what, you guys should wake him up for him. So it was one of the prisoners that said to the mama that, you know what, mama, your son was beaten and pied the night before. You know what? It was for the fact that they lied to her. Anna's expression, how are you? I remember this lover talked about this several times last year. So all this is true. Wow, you can imagine. So for the fact that Brekete family brought that video out, like I said, I watched that video yesterday and I was in tears. Like I cried. I don't think I've ever cried that way before in my life over somebody that I don't know. I cried, the way the mother was treated, she was lied to, the way she was dragged out of there. And apparently, it was mentioned that one of the police officer was like, "Do you think your son that was spied was better than those in prison?" So I think this is like a common occurrence in that prison in Abuja or wherever that prison is. Like, so it's now, "Hi Happy, how are you? Hi Karabo." So it's as if it's a normal thing for people to go to that prison and they buy them. Because how can a police officer say that? So your son that died, do you think is better? Or I can't remember how the officer put it yesterday, but guys, let me know your thoughts and opinion in the comment section, because apparently, just like who said that earlier, just Anna's expression said that just never mentioned this particular incident last year, and there was a lot of cover up saying that just never all because probably because just lover shares like all this gossip and stuff. They thought, yeah, that it was just one of those gossip that just lover would normally report on. But for the fact that Brekete family brought this out, it just goes to show that Nigerian police is just like, we don't like, I've always said it on this channel, like it's high time this police force be disbanded. We don't need them. Because how can a particular, welcome to those of you who are just joining me, how can a particular arm of police in a certain state, so people are waiting, they're in prison, charge them to court? why are you why are you giving them jungle justice? They've not been found guilty by a court. So now the way people are saying that, they're kind of like saying that it's normal for this particular police branch to buy prisoners if their families are not maybe exchanging hands with the IPO or something. So it all boils down to money. Like, look at this woman now. Apparently, why I'm here is the fact that Harrison took it up upon these people, because we all know Harrison was in prison, as he was jailed as well for a crime he did not commit. And Harrison came for this Nigerian police IPO. His name is what's his name? Olumuyiwa something. That was his name. So apparently this video came out yesterday of this woman, narrating how she found out that they killed her son, and how they asked that they want to see their son, and they were still denied the opportunity to see the son that they've killed. What happened to innocent until proven guilty? And this also takes me back to the case of this Selena Nafiba, with Andrew being the victim, being the suspect here. Like, he still remains innocent until proven guilty, until he gets charged to court and all of that. I don't support Nigerian police spying people, because they could be a very important witness to a case, either against themselves or against somebody else. But if you now take out the main principal suspect, the main principal person that should be the person of interest, if you now take them away, that means that the purpose of the police is to die the case. So now they've allegedly pied this Erasmus boy. And what was his offense? Nobody knows his offense. Apparently, Muiwa came out, the IPO or whatever they call him, came out and started saying that, let me go and find the post, that he was arrested on the charge of RAPE and kidnapping or something. Let me find the post, because I don't want to be reading it off my head. Because I was so mad when I saw that post yesterday, and I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep. Let me find that part. I don't want to be reading it off my head, because Harrison had it in so let me look for the post that the police people set up. So there was a release by the IPO, or what do they call them? I'm looking for that post exactly. So I'm gonna read. Abby said that's what they do. Even basic suppers, they threaten to buy somebody for no reason just because you don't. Exactly. Like, I don't understand. People's life means a lot. You can't create these human lives, and here you are, taking life unnecessarily. So Harrison posted that video on his page, and he went on to say, "Sir, with due respect, at Adejobi Muyiwa," so that's the police, whatever they call them. "Why do police image makers always report what you were told without investigation?" That's him questioning the police. Okay, you were told something, an inmate did something. What investigation did you carry out? And they will even say, I do buy you. And exactly, that's what they always say, that they will buy somebody and nothing will happen after all. All of them are all drunk, drinking shekpa during the day. You can imagine, it's only Nigerian police that will be walking with uniform on and they'll be drinking shekpa by the roadside. So Harrison was like, how can a suspect die of asphyxiation? That's suffocation. Did you visit the scene so they show you where he died of asphyxiation? Autopsy result is what you are coming to quote, and also bully tagging the young man in court. So apparently, when this video was shared, the Nigerian PRO came out with the crime this supposed Erasmus committed. I'm trying to find that post that he made to say that that was the offense that he committed. I'm trying to find that post. Did you guys read the post? I don't know where I found that post. I thought I downloaded it. I thought I downloaded it. So with whatever the police IPO said, Harrison came out to say that, do you know the meaning of sack buying in prison? People just not people. I mean, prisoners do not die just from suffocation. Harrison was letting us know that this thing is more or less like the norm in this particular branch of police. In where is the police place? In SAS detention, Akuzu. I remember also that Gistoba was saying something about a sibling, like a brother and a sister, that were apparently allegedly arrested, and the police made them say that this was what they did, even though they were innocent. So from that post, I remember from last year by Gistoba, they already pied the brother. It's the sister that Harrison was working towards, that they should find a way of releasing that girl. So yes, I think that person who said so that just about mentioned last year also. So here, Harrison is talking about the sack buying. And Harrison said, I will share my sad experience in SARS detention and relate it with multiple deaths that occurred in Akuzu SARS, which the police panel of March 2023 confirmed about 11 suspects died of sudden and unnatural death, ? We will discuss this soon. So asphyxiation by plastic bag is long and painful. Before you pass out, it takes about 10 minutes for your brain to be completely out of oxygen, causing brain death. But your body will want to stay alive. Once you pass out and the bag hasn't been taken off your head, then your organs one by one will turn off, eventually leading to a time scale of 30 minutes of life before death. So apparently this is what these Akuzu SARS police officers do to, inmates whose family are not giving them money to get them out of jail. Deprived of oxygen for a few minutes, the brain shuts down and death occurs. The cause of death will be suffocation. So Harrison went on to share, images of him, how he was in prison, how he wrote a book. He shared his journey of how he wrote a book. There are images on his social media handle, of when he was in prison, when he was arrested, his time in prison. Let me flip those pictures for you. That was Harrison there when he went to the US. When he was working for this NGO. So what we are saying in question is this: that now that this case has been heard on Brekete family, Nigerian police are still now coming out to say that this boy supposedly was a criminal. Like, what happened to charging him to court and let the court pass down judgment? OJ, there's a video that Brekete family posted about a mother who was wailing on how her son was spied in prison. So what happened to this person being charged to court? Let them face the court and let the court pass them judgments. Why do police officers think they have the right to take a prisoner's life, regardless of what their offense was or what their offense is? It's just so disheartening. It's just so disheartening. With this being said, I was reading another post about a 27-year-old girl whom a reckless driver drove into, and this girl passed away instantly. So now the family are now out saying that they went to the police station to write a statement. The police did not give them the chance to write a statement, but obviously the driver who was reckless driver, who was beaten by pedestrians, police gave him the chance to go to the police they gave him the chance to go to the hospital for medical treatment. But they won't allow the parent, the family of the girl who was spied in the reckless driving, they will not take their statements. So now this girl's family are now coming out to say, what, this case, they're going to die it down because it's been 24 hours since the spying of this girl by this reckless driver, and police are yet to take a statement from them. Abby said, I can't believe this, man. People that are meant exactly like I don't get it. I just don't understand it at all. Like I said, I don't think I can see Nigerian, coming out onto the street again to start fighting for what is just now. Because like I said, I watched that video of that mama and I was sad. I cried. I cried. No parent deserves to go through what that woman was going through. No parent. And it's so shameful that these police officers are telling us that they want to create a police friendly environment. How are their actions allowing that police friendly environment? If they're not embezzling, if they're not extorting money from bus drivers or people going about their way, you say you want to do a search and stop. The next thing, if you see that if they assess you and they think that, oh, this one is a well-to-do person, they ram something around your leg that you've committed an offense from wanting to carry out a stop and search. And then why is it that when Nigerian police officers go to maybe raid or arrest people, they are physically manhandling the people that are going to raid? Why do they have to do that? Does your arrest warrant say you should beat up the person you are going to go and arrest? I've seen so many videos on social media whereby they are going to arrest or raid people and police officers are like giving them serious beating. Why? Why? Guys, this is so disheartening to watch. It's so disheartening. Like, I'm trying to look for that post that that Muiwa man said, saying that the guy was involved in a crime. Even if he was involved in a crime, what happened to charging him to court? Okay, so I found the post. I'm going to read it out to you. So it was released by Prince Olumuyiwa Adejobi. This was the same Olumuyiwa Adejobi that just Adetun was calling when I first came across the case of Selena Lafiba. So this man, this police PR, whatever they call him, said, my attention has been drawn to this video. The matter is an old one. Can you imagine? The matter is an old one. So even if it was a 20-year-old matter, it's now coming out to the public. So they've tried so hard to make sure this did not come out to the public. So him saying that this matter is an old one and it has been decided. How did they decide? Was the guy who was spied, did he ever appear in court? Did the judge sentence him? What led to his death? The FCT command handled the case. The autopsy report cleared the air on this. The boy who was a cultist, so they are now naming Erasmus as a cultist, and arrested for alleged raping and spying of a young lady in the company of his friend. So that's what Adejobi is saying now, that Erasmus was an alleged cultist and was arrested for an alleged raping and the spying of a young girl in the company of his friend. Was never tortured by, so he's claiming that this Erasmus was never tortured by the police. The first headquarters was involved in the investigation then. Erasmus was a cultist who has been fingered in many crises. Can you guys hear that? An alleged spying of some innocent Nigerians in the area. So it goes from spying one girl in the presence of his friend to spying multiple Nigerians. Like, he spied of I can't even pronounce the word. Asphyxiation, if that's the pronunciation, I can't pronounce it. According to the autopsy, not torture, please. So he's saying that apparently Erasmus died of suffocation. The autopsy was done in the presence of the doctors of the deceased family. It's unfortunate he died because the police even needed him to unravel some issues and pending cases in the area. They needed him to unravel some cases the way they died Andrew Ocheko. Why did they not preserve the life of Andrew Ocheko so that he can account for all of the allegations that have been laid against him? May he so rest in peace. While we urge Nigerians to always objective perception, understanding of cases, and views issues objectively before running down the police. Me, I will run down the police from now till eternity because all of them, they know well. I'm going to read comments. Cherish Oliver said that police station is notorious with that. Can you imagine? I think the first they should do now is shut that police station down. Shut it down. Abby said, I can't believe this, man. People are meant to protect citizens. Exactly. Those ones that are always joking on Twitter, him and the PRO of Delta State making jokes with people's life. Can you imagine? You know, whatever it is that they've met to innocent citizens, it's going to come back to them. It's not a cause. It's just a scammer. can't take them seriously. I mean, say we're just supposed to take exactly. We're just supposed. I guess that was the reason why Harrison came to say, you know what, that where was the case decided? Where was the case decided? Hence why Harrison came back to say, you know what, do you want me to explain more about what goes on to that suffocation accusation that you were talking about? So Harrison said that why do police image makers always report what you were told without investigation? How can a suspect die of asphyxiation? That's suffocation. Did you visit the scene so they show you where he died of that procedure or that process? Autopsy results is what you are coming to quote, and also body tagging the young man a cultist who has not been convicted exactly and can't even defend himself now. Hello Wendy, how are you? Wofa, how are you? Thanks for joining. So, and can't even defend himself now. Do you know what is sack buying? Or I should explain more. That's Harrison asking the PRO man that apparently there's something they called sack buying in prison. Did you make findings about these accusers? All the police officers, all of the people that mama mentioned, the one the way they dragged two people dragged the mama like a bag of rice out of the police station. The way she was dragged out, what she was told that okay, your son that was spied was your son better than those who are here. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how human beings take the lives of another person? I don't know how they do it. Human life is no be chicken. Human life no be chicken. A chicken you fit buy anyhow, cook for your pots. But human life, a whole human being, somebody gave birth to such human being. The pain of a mother carrying a child for 9 months, raising that child up until the age that child is able to fend for him or herself, only for him or her to be involved in some sort of police involvement and then go to prison. Let them go to prison and serve their jail sentence. But the case has not even been decided. What court found this guy guilty or sentenced him to jail? And if a prisoner died in prison, it is down to the police officers to come out and explain what led to that prisoner dying. Not officers saying that you should be objective. Objective in what? Because we know what Nigerian police are capable of. Recently, they paraded 4 of them that they were involved in the buying and kidnapping of people. They were parading them. I think I saw that news on Instagram yesterday, where police officers paraded 4 police officers who they found AK whatever, multiple weapons with them, with fake IDs. I mean, which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? This is so heartbreaking. This is so heartbreaking. Apparently, after that, Harrison went on to start sharing his own, how he. So let's read Harrison's story. Harrison said, "My journey. When you hear the daily recoveries, I was a victim of the failed system." So that's Harrison saying he was a victim of failed Nigerian police system. It took me away at age 22 and landed me in Kirikiri prison. So Harrison was obviously was roped into Nigerian police issues at the age of 22, and he was taken to Kirikiri prison. And he said, if my sick father was able to provide 200,000 naira demanded by Inspector Victor Omoregi and Sergeant Famous, aka Tolles, and they said that this aka Tolles is still in the police force and has been sent to another police department in Lagos, I won't end up in Kirikiri. The officers wanted money after they found that I am innocent of the crime. So does it not make sense that once you investigate a case and you realize that the suspect is innocent, would you not just let them go? Should you not just let them go? But then, Harrison, according to Harrison's case now, his parents his father was asked to pay 200,000 naira, even when they know that, when the police investigating the case knew that Harrison was innocent. They demanded my sick father, who had partial stroke, pay them. Failing to pay, they charged me to Lagos Magistrate Court 27 Ikeja. That was Harrison's story there. He was held in prison for 5 years with no proof of the offense he committed. And the person who even went to report him, the judge asked the person to bring evidence of the crime you've levied against this person. They were not able to bring the proof. They were not able to bring the proof. And there's some comments here who are saying, if you don't want the wala of police, as long as your IPO, just don't bother seeking for a lawyer. Don't bother trying to prove yourself innocent. That if your EPRO say pay money, you should pay money. What kind of stupid mentality is that? They've investigated the case and you found not to be victim, you've been found to be innocent. The next thing for them is to let you go. In abroad, when you finish your jail sentence, they will give you money to take transport back to where you want to go. They just don't open the door for you to go. They will ask you, do you have somebody you want to call to come collect you? If you say you don't have anybody to come collect you, they will give you money. They will give you money. And how do I know this? I do freelance interpretation. I translate from English to Yoruba and Pidgin English. So I know this procedure because I've translated for lawyers before. If somebody finished their end of, if peradventure they've been to jail and they are being released, they give you a chance to call somebody to come collect you. If you don't have anybody to come pick you up at the prison, they give you money to take. I mean, that money will be enough to either get you transportation to where you are going. They give you that money. They just don't throw you out on the streets or decide to buy you because you don't have people to collect you. When they said, "Oh, I saw that story this morning. I find it hard to believe Nigerian people need to do better." So at this point, they can't do better. The best thing is to disband them because I don't see their what. I don't see what they are good for. I don't see what they are good for. Because if they're not able to release somebody whom after you've investigated and you find out they are innocent, if they're not going to release that person to go, so what good are they for? What good are they for? Let's see what else Harrison posted. So apparently Harrison posted his own proof of what he went through in prison. He was not found guilty. He was innocent, and the judge let him go. But there's some people whose oblaganta, what's that English, oblaganta, whatever, is not working fine, will say he was found guilty of a crime. What crime was he found guilty of? And we're talking about elections now. UK people are voting. We did not hear noise, so we did not hear say people go and carry money, give anybody. They come and knock on our door and give us flyers, encouraging us to come and vote. Nobody's buying anybody any food. Nobody's giving anybody any money. You feel free. If you decide if you don't want to vote, you don't vote. Hello, June, how are you? If you don't want to vote, you don't vote. Me that I'm sitting here, I'm not feeling too well. So I did a postal vote. And that postal vote, I did it 2 weeks ago, even before I even went on my holiday. That opportunity is there. If you don't want to go out to vote, if you don't want to go and queue on the line to vote, do it online. They'll send you a paper vote. You do it and then you cast it online. Easy. Labor one, yes, I saw that, Misha. Thanks for coming. When they said they have failed in so many cases, example, Mobad, Abba, Afiba selling, exactly, many more. Thank you, Misha. I just feel a bit, I don't know, I'm a bit under the weather. I think I'm about to get the cold, so I've got this itchy throat. So I notice that anytime I get itchy throat, I'm about coming down with the cold, whereby I get chesty cough. So I'm trying to prevent. I've been drinking Lemsip. Hopefully, I get better in a few days, and I'm due to return back to work next week. Can you imagine? So Nigerian police at this rate, I think they should be reformed from the top, from the highest top to the bottom. They have to be reformed because Nigeria, we can't keep going on like this. We can't keep going on like this. We can't keep going on like this. It's so disheartening. Abby said nobody gave us paint. Exactly, nobody gave us paint bucket. Oh. Nobody gave us anything. Leaflet, even the leaflet, if you're tired of the leaflet, all you have to do is just pack on the leaflet and chuck it in the bin. Misha said Nigerian people are the best. You know what? We are not perfect, but people are trying their best. People are trying their best. But with the way Nigeria is going, Nigerian police is going, they're just making things difficult. Like I said earlier on, only Nigerian police will go and arrest you. And while they're arresting you, they're already giving you the beating of your life. Why? Akwa Ibom man, they talk about Afiba and selling, leave Harrison to his God. You guys are mixing up this whole story. Akwa Ibom man, if you are new here, maybe you should go and watch other videos on my channel. This is not, I'm not talking about Afiba case here, but then we can relate it because Nigerian police are involved in this case of Afiba and selling as well. And I will not appreciate any disrespect on my page, okay? If you don't want to listen, you can check out of this page. I'm not forcing you to come listen to me. And there's over 20 videos about selling and Afiba that I've been doing, and I'm going to still continue doing it, okay? There are other things I do on this channel. This page is not totally, this page is not solely about selling an Afiba. And I've always said that if I get any updates, if I find anything on the street of YouTube or if I find any street of social media about them, I'll come here and we'll discuss about it. So you come here to come and dictate to me what to speak on my channel. Are you all right? Are you okay? Misha said, I had a friend from Nigeria and she came to study in the UK. I spoke to her mother. She was so kind and invited me to. Absolutely. You know, I always say, majority Nigerians are good people. Nigerians are good people. You know, despite all the things that people are going through Nigeria, they still remain resilient. Nigerians are the most resilient people I've ever seen, that I've ever come across. With everything going on in Nigeria, like I went to Nigeria 2 years ago and I cried because that was not the Nigeria I left 16 years ago. But police brutality, it shouldn't be. Police are meant to be protecting us. Why are they taking human lives? Why are they doing this? I've seen, like, since I woke up this morning, you know how many videos of police brutality that I've seen? Police going to arrest people, and before you know, police are already bash, 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 bash. Hi, Mercy Foster. This is Nigeria. I wonder why nothing is working here. Please, we can't keep going. Exactly, Nigeria. We can't keep going on like this. Do we all see what's happening in Kenya? In as much as I don't condone violence, do we all see what is happening in Kenya? They all came out in their troops and they were able to overturn a policy that was being trying to be placed on them. And now they are calling for that man to be thrown out of office. I can see another answers coming soon. But then, are Nigerians really ready for this? Are Nigerians truly ready for this? I'm going to re-comment. Misha said, yeah, the authorities can be mean. Very, very mean. Very, very mean. Misha said, police are very strict in Nigeria. That's very bad. See, the thing is this. When proper crimes are happening, you won't see them. If they call Nigerian police that, oh, hey, robbery is taking up in so bank, you will not see them. They will only come after the fact. They will only come after the robbery have taken place and gone. You will not see police. But when it comes to, okay, time for them to embezzle money, to come and do stop and search, if you don't agree with them, they beat you up. Or they do stop and search, they implicate you and put something into your car. How long is this going to go on for? And people say Nigeria will get better. When is it going to get better? The government we have do not care about us. The government we have do not care about us. So if Brekete family has not uploaded video of that woman now, nobody will hear about this case. And then the PRO came out to say, that was a long time ago. Does it matter if it was 20 years ago? Injustice is still being done by Nigerian police. Regardless of how long ago that situation happened. The fact remains that it was an injustice. Nobody should go to prison and cry there. It's a different case if they were sick, if they had terminal illnesses, or if they were battling some underlying health condition. It's a different case. But somebody dying of asphyxiation, like, what could have happened? It's not as if maybe he was swimming, that he died of suffocation. We all know how suffocation happens. Abi, he decided to put a bag across his own head and do. No. Wendy said, Nigerians are wonderful people. Miss Home, but the stories are very weird. Absolutely. Like, absolutely. I was planning on going to Nigeria. Like, the last time I went to Nigeria was summer period, so I really didn't enjoy myself much. The best time to go to Nigeria is when the weather is a little bit cool. So I was like, oh, I really love to go to Nigeria, maybe December to January, but hearing all that's been happening, all the things going on in Nigeria right now, is not encouraging. People don't want to come home. People don't want to come home. People don't want to come home. Misha said, I hope things improve for people in Nigeria. It's sad nobody should be treated this way. Nobody at all. Nobody at all. Will they do a stop and search on a big man in Nigeria and they will start beating him up? Will them burn them well? It's only the weak, the people that they know have no voice. Those are the ones that Nigerian police will beat and start beating them up only because you want to go and search their house. You start eating them up. If you don't beat them up, you take their phone. What has you arresting somebody got to do with taking their phone, checking their bank balance? What has their bank balance got to do with you going to arrest them? You want to go and arrest somebody, you are checking their bank balance. Bank balance will decide if you can get money from this person or not. And then if you don't want to agree with them, they start asking you to corroborate a false story against yourself so they can extort money from you. Nigeria needs to do better. Nigerian police really, in fact, I don't even trust them to do better. I think it's time they get disbanded because of what use are they to us? Of what use? If there's to be a crime going on, you won't find them there. Misha said, I never this is very sad. I pray for the people there. You know, Nigeria prays a lot. I would say the amount of churches in Nigeria should be one of the people thriving under God. Because if you calculate the amount of churches in Nigeria, Nigeria should not be going through what we are going through right now. If you calculate the amount of churches and then the amount of mosques and people who are praying, Nigeria should not be going through what we are going through right now. Hello, Moyeme, how are you? Hi, Zoe, how are you? Travel, my sister, you will go and come back freely. I will, if I want to travel, I will go. I just won't tell anybody. I will go in solo and come back solo. Nobody will know I came and nobody will know I'm back. That's the best way. And at times when people from here, there was a time my neighbor, we live in the same building. She traveled. I just noticed that I didn't see her for a few weeks. And then I saw her later and I was like, sis, I didn't see you. How are you? She was like, oh, she went to Nigeria. I was a bit mad with her that we stay in the building and you were going to say Nigeria and you did not tell me. Is it me that I'm in the UK that I want to come and cobalize you when you go to Nigeria? Even though I had a couple of things I wanted to send to my parents, like I had some multivitamins I wanted to send to my parents. I was going to DHL it. I don't like bothering people with stuff like that. But DHL were like, no, they don't take medication. I'm like, come, this is not prescriptions. They're just multivitamins that you can get from Holland and Barrett. I don't need prescriptions for them. But DHL said no. So hence why I have no other choice but to find whoever is going to Nigeria so I could send it through them. So I was like, okay, and I wanted something to send back home to Nigeria to my parents, but you left and you did not say to anybody. She was like, no verse. But then at the end of the day, did I blame her? No, I don't blame her. I don't blame her for not telling me. It just means that if I want to go, I will zip my mouth and not tell anybody. Omoyeme said, after the politicians and some pastors, the police are the worst things that have happened now. Absolutely. Absolutely. The politicians cover themselves and the rich ones cover themselves. It's just crazy. Mercy said, Nigerians are not ready to take back their nation. The people at the top have bought so many youths over. Our youths have to wake up and take back what belongs to them. Nigerian police are... You said it all. You said it all, Mercy. You said it all. Abi said, it's not by prayer. No, it's not by prayer. Because if it's by prayer, all the churches we have in Nigeria now, Nigeria should be swimming and flying in prayer. But no, things are still worse. Omoyeme said, good morning, Omoyeme, how are you? Happy weekend. Congrats on Labour winning. See, I don't know what Labour promises also. I've not got their time here, but I'll go and research whatever they have promised us because I've not been following them. I don't know what they promised us, but whatever it is they promised us, they better act on it because, we all know how politics is in this country anyway. So I saw the headline used to say that, you are laughing. It's true now. I don't have their time. I'm not going to read whatever they promised us. Okay, I've not going to read it, but I'll take the time to go and see all of their, all of their authority that they are bribing us with. I'll go and read it. So I saw the headline this morning that to say that they won. Congratulations to them. But whatever it is they promised us, I'm going to go and scrutinize it. So guys, I just thought what, we should just come here and discuss about this because it's so heartbreaking. Like I said, I watched that story, that elderly woman, crying, and like I said, I've never cried that much in my life before. I cried that I couldn't sleep. Omoyeme said, I trust you. Yes, I'll go and see how it's going to benefit me. Whatever it is they're bringing, is it going to make me richer or is it going to make me poorer? Are they going to, is whatever problem they're from, is it going to reduce inflation? Is it going to reduce cost of living? Because every year now, you can imagine road tax. The highest I've ever paid for my car since I've been driving this every year is £185. Now my road tax has gone up to 220 quid. Why do I have to pay 220 quid to drive my own car that I bought with my money? Why should I have to pay road tax? See, even if it's going up by £1, it's fine. From £199, so the first few years I was driving that car, I was paying £175 for like the longest time. From 2021, it went up to £199. 2023, £220 for MOT. I mean, not MOT, road tax. Why do I have to pay 220 quid to ride on the road? I need to go and see what they promise us. That one on the side. Anyway, guys, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments. I'm going to be reading comments and then we'll round up. I just want to be here for about 45 minutes, another 5 minutes, and then we'll be out of here. And those of you who watch, who was on Sabio's live yesterday, is there anything you think we should discuss about this case of Selena Fever? Because at the end of the day, we are still talking about police. I believe it's been a month now that they told us that they will be giving us updates about investigation, but we've not heard anything. So if you guys want us to talk about it, let me know. And also, I also want to talk about this podcast everywhere. I've watched 2 podcasts. and I really want to come give my opinion about it. If you guys are interested, I could schedule that for tomorrow, Saturday, so we could all talk about it, or I could schedule it for later on this evening, so we could come discuss what is the benefit, or what are the importance of this podcast that we've seen. I've seen two stories that I felt like no. Messi said no, no how, no how. It is still better there. At least you have security and reasonable police. Exactly, exactly. Police here. They won't turn you away. They won't say whatever you are saying to us does not make sense. No, they will still listen to you. You know, you report a crime, they give you a crime reference number. They give you a crime reference number. But Nigeria, the only thing I just want to say is that with people wherever you are, just avoid police if you can. I know this is not always possible, but avoid them if you can. Like I was saying about the 27-year-old girl who was she was a what was her name again? I wanted to read what her job was. What her job was. Who was, who was killed by a dangerous road driver. By the ranger driver. That's the girl there. She was a 27-year-old girl who was just going out to go and buy food to eat when a reckless driver ran into her and pied her on the spot. And now her family went to the police station to go and write a statement. Police have not given them the chance to write a statement. Yeah, they gave the reckless driver a chance to go to police station because they already did jungle justice on him. Wendy said there is podcast pandemic out. Honestly, see the two podcasts I've seen. One from what's this guy about the girl who married a pastor, causes something. She and the other podcast on this Nigerian Hollywood, that girl that was getting down with dogs. I really want to come and react on those two podcasts. Omoyeme said, podcast, no comment, work no dey our country. Honestly, I don't know the benefits. See these two ones I saw. I've never been a fan of podcast anyway. So me saying that I want to come and start talking about podcast, I want to come and start doing podcast. I want to come and start doing podcast against those men that all of their podcasts, now only woman matter than they talk. They don't talk about anything. Now only woman matter, and that the freeze is one of them. Always talking about woman matter. If you're abroad, women do this, women do that. Me want they do. Omoyeme said they do. So me want to come and do podcast is to come elevate women. It's going to be about women alone, and also maybe be throwing shades at those podcasts that everything on that podcast is all about women. Women do this, women carry picking, women should go and do DNA, women do that. Why is it always women do that? Now only women did this world. But those two podcasts I saw, the second one broke my heart a lot. If you guys are interested in us dissecting that podcast, the two ones I've just mentioned, let me know and I will schedule it. Either I will schedule it for tomorrow. I think I will schedule it for tomorrow because I want to go and window shop. I've not been out. I want to go and window shop once I finish this live. I'm going to schedule it for tomorrow, Saturday, maybe about 12 o'clock UK time. Because when I watch the second one, there are a lot of things I really want to say. Omoyeme said, off till next week. Okay, I will schedule it for tomorrow. About the second one, about the girl who was getting out with dogs, there are a lot of things I want to say. I want to point out the fault of the podcaster herself, and also the girl who came out to talk to her. They both have their wrong, but I believe the podcaster has a lot of blame to be taken. And this is my opinion. Some people might not agree with me, but like I said, it's going to be my opinion. And then with the Nedu one, there are a lot of things I really want to say as well. Not much fault to the girl anyways, but to the people involved in all she went through. See, Messi, when I saw that dog one, I watched the first few minutes and I just couldn't. So why I'm disappointed disappointed is the aftermath of what the podcaster did. But we will discuss that. Hopefully, Happy. I'm gonna put it later on in the afternoon, maybe later on in the evening. Guys, let me know. I'm gonna put a poll on my community page and put a time there. So whatever time that gets the most votes is what I'm going to schedule it for. Yeah, I watched both and I was heartbroken. And by the way, let me ask you guys, those people who come to podcasts, is it the podcasters that pay them or they don't get paid? Because I want to believe that if you're going to come to a podcast and spill all you are spilling, you should be getting paid. And it should not be chicken change you are getting paid by the podcaster. You should be getting, let me know in the comment section, do you think all these people who appear on podcasts, do you think they get paid? Because I was watching Baby Reindeer on the alleged Baby Reindeer. I was watching the Baby Reindeer on Piers Morgan, and the Fiona Harvey said Piers Morgan only gave her £250. At least that was something. Zeno said, I want to believe they get paid as well. So that's why I'm referencing this Piers Morgan when he invited the supposedly Fiona Harvey of the Baby Reindeer. If you've not watched Baby Reindeer, it's on Netflix. Go watch it about his stalking case. So this lady said Piers Morgan only paid her £250, but then she's gone on to like be recognized. Lots of people have invited her for shows, for interviews, and she's already making money there. So I want to believe when you said you don't think they get paid, I think that's something we need to investigate, because the first one, the dog girl, that one said the broadcaster said it was a girl who contacted her that she has a story to share. Okay, but still, because at the end of the day, you shared that podcast on your channel. I don't know how much views you've got on it, and the views you've got on it, I'm sure it's not the amount of money you get from that views. I need to go and look at that post again, that podcast, and see how much views is on it. So I want to believe that they are getting paid. But then this is part of the things we're going to be discussing when I schedule that live. So I'll make it that people can come on in to talk. I'll do it on StreamYard so that people can come onto the stage and give their opinion. So yeah, I said I was going to be here for 45 minutes. So I'm just rounding up now. Read the comment and then we'll round up. I'll go put that poll on my community page, and whatever time that people vote for is what I'm going to schedule for, because I want all of you all hands on deck. I really want you all to come here, to say that, because everywhere I turn, podcast, and the podcast anyway, I'm not learning anything from it. So yeah, Abby said, I hope I can be here tomorrow. Hopefully everything will be fine. We'll be out from 12 to 4. Maybe I'll put it to be maybe anytime from 5 o'clock. But I'll set up a poll. So the time that people get the time that people get votes for is what I will schedule it for. Zeno said, I don't think they get paid. Wendy said, I don't think they get paid. So that's two people that said they don't think they get paid. Okay. Zeno said they probably provide accommodation and transportation, but that's nothing. Abby said, don't think they get paid. I think they hope to get some exposure. So like that girl with the dog now, what kind of exposure was she expecting to get? If it's based on exposure. We'll see. When he said maybe they give feeding, transportation, but that still won't do anything. Abby said they get paid in exposure. Zeno said they do for the exposure. Okay. Abby said if you people don't vote the time I'm around. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for those of you who have watched or who have been with me since the beginning of this. Like I said, Harassing tackled the Nigerian police. Obviously he's been in prison before. He's seen the first hand of what Nigerian police are capable of, and I believe that he's the right person to be talking about this as well. So yeah, I'm going to say thank you to each and every one of you. If you're watching this video back, please don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment in the comment section, turn up your post notification so you don't miss this next live that we're going to come to do. And as it is, I don't have any update whatsoever about Selling and Afiba. Cameraman had a live today and he popped my image on the screen. I'm going to pop what he popped I'm going to pop my image that he popped. I'm going to pop it on my community page for you guys to see. He popped my image on the screen. The last live that I did, he popped it on his live and I dropped my comment there for him. So I'm going to put that, but I don't want to engage him because what I'm doing on this Selling and Afiba is not about him. It's not about, it's for, passing information out there for Selling and Afiba to be found. Yeah, so anyway, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I hope I'm going to see you all when I schedule the next live. All right. Have a blessed beginning weekend. It's Friday here. It's raining in Glasgow, and hopefully it's going to be a beautiful. Yeah, so happy. I'm going to drop it on my community page because I screenshotted it when I was in this live. It had my picture, on it. He did, though. So I don't want to engage him because he has been calling out Adetone for the longest time, but Adetone has not replied him. So I want to do the same, but I left a comment in there say, I can see you pop my image on your live. I just want you to cross the line. Now inside this UK, both of us did, and I will take due course if I think you've crossed the line. So that was what I said there. So I'll pop it on my community tab there so you guys can go see what he did. But I'm not bothered, I just want him to sleep. When he sleep, then I will know what to do. So yeah, thank you so much, and every one of you. Hopefully we will see you in my next live. And if there's any updates on Celine and Afiba, I will definitely be out here. I'll definitely be out here to come talk about it. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, and I hope to see you guys later. And have a lovely weekend ahead. All right, bye, y'all. Bye.